Hello guys, I welcome you back to Graphic Tutorials. In this session of tutorials, we are going to develop a church conference flyer. But before then, if you're new here, I just want you to subscribe to Graphic for more graphic design tutorials. And if you're old here, I just want to give you thumbs up. So let's get straight into creating our church conference flyer for today's session of tutorial. So first of all, let us open our Photoshop. Then I'll go to my new. I'll make sure that I set the width of the flyer to be 1500. Then I'll make sure that my height is 2000. Then I'll make sure that it is 300. The resolution of the flyer is 300. Then I just want to give it a title like church flyer. So after this, I'll just go on and hit on my create. So this is the background that we are going to work on for our today's session of tutorial. So first of all, I just want to go to my view, go to my guys, and go to my new guide layout. Then I will just apply this guideline so that I will know that everything I'm just doing is just in alignment. So after I finish doing this, I will start to import my resources, which I will be using it for today's session of tutorial. So first of all, let us go to file and go to our place link. So guys, these are the resources that we are going to use for our today's session of tutorials, and also these are the tests that we are going to use for our tutorial. So I just want to hide it. So first of all, I just want to start importing the resources. So we are going to import this resource first. So I make sure that I have something like this. Let me make sure that I zoom it a little bit like this so that we will know what I'm actually doing. So I will just push this thing a little bit upwards. Then I will just take my eraser and make sure that the size of the eraser is about 1000. So let's type the size of the eraser. So I just want 1001. Then I make sure that the hardness of the brush is just 0. Then I just go to my image and rasterize it. So I just want to clean the image like this. So I will just clean it so that I will just have an effect like this. So I can just push it a little bit downwards so that we will have something like this, very amazing and very beautiful. So after we have done with this, I just want us to import another resource. So let's go to our file and go to our place link. So this time we are going to place this link inside. I will make sure that I push this link a little bit downwards. Then I will expand it a little bit like this. Very nice and very beautiful. So I will select it and take my eraser. I will rasterize it. Then I will do some cleanings like this. Very nice and very awesome. So this is how, or this is what we are actually going to have for our tutorial. So this is how we are going to have for now. Very nice and very beautiful. So after I'm done with this, I just want us to create some hue on this background. So I will go to my panel here and go to my hue. Then I make sure that I click on colorize. I make sure that the saturation of the image is 67. Then I will make sure that my hue is also 33. So this is actually what I just want to bring on board. Very nice and very beautiful. So after I'm done with this, I will go on to file and go to my place link and bring this cloud inside the Photoshop. So I will just push this one a little bit upwards like this so that we will have an effect like this. So I will select it and change the blending option to soft light. So let me change it to divide, so that we will have an effect like this, very nice and very amazing. So now after we are done with this, I will go on and import another resource. So let us go to file again and go to our place link. So this time I just want to import this resource, so I make sure that it takes the entire background like this, very nice and very awesome. So this is what actually I just want. So I make sure that I change it to soft light, so that we will have an effect like this. So now this is how our design is looking like, very amazing and very beautiful. So now it has left for us to import the images. So let us go to file, go to our place link once again, and this time let us bring this image in. So I make sure that I expand it a little bit, so I will just place it here, very nice and very amazing, and go on and place another link. So I will also bring this link also in. So let us reduce the size of the image a little bit like this, so that we will have something like this. So finally let us go on and import our last resource. So I just want to bring this image in, so I will just bring this image in, very nice and very attractive. So let us arrange the images so that we will just have a very perfect flyer. So I just want to push them to the middle like this. Then let me increase this image a little bit like this, very nice and very awesome. So I think that now everything is quite cool and amazing on the flyer. So we can go on and do some cleanings so that it will just blend to the background. So first of all, I just want to select this image and take up my brush. This time let me reduce the brush to about this size. Then let me do a little cleaning like this, very nice and awesome. And let me take the other one and do the same to it. So I just want to clean it like this, so that we will have an effect like this. Then I'll go to my main image, select it. Then I will do some cleanings like this, very nice and very awesome. So this is what I actually want to do. So this is how our flyer is now looking like, very nice and very amazing. So we can go on and we can select all these images, then we position them well, very nice and very awesome. So this is what I just wanted us to do, very amazing and very beautiful. So now I just want us to add some typography to what we have just created. So let us pick our text tool and write something like all for like this. So let us make sure that it is capital, so all for. So I will just select it and go to my text panel and make sure that the size of the text is about 29.4. let's leave it like this. Then I will change the height of the text to 120. Then also the spaces between the text must remain -10. Then I'll make sure that it is Roboto and it is also a bold font, something like this, very nice and very amazing. So let me change this to 120 like this. So this is what actually I just want to create, very nice and very awesome. So I can go on and change the color to something which is darker, something like this, so that we will have something amazing and wonderful. So let us go on and select Ctrl+J to duplicate this text once again, and this time let us select it and type something like Christ. So let's type something like, but the last T, I just want us to make it small t. Then let us select it and go to our text panel. So I just want us to change the size of the text to something about 51.2. Then the height of the text will continue to remain 120. Then the spaces should be the same. Then I will just go on and make something like this, very nice and very awesome. So I can just go on and select the last T. So I just want to change the font style to Better Day Saturday, so that we will just have an effect just like this, very awesome and very, very beautiful. So I can also go on and select the Christ. Then I can change the color to something like a color like this, or I can just pick an immediate color from here. I think this one is more cool and more amazing. So this is what I just wanted us to do. So let us add some strokes and some shadows to the text that we have just created. So I just want to select the Christ and go to panel, and I just want to give it a white stroke like this. Then I'll go on and give it a shadow, so that we will have something like this, very amazing and beautiful. So let's do the same thing for the other text. So I'll give it a shadow, then I'll go on and give it a stroke, very nice and very beautiful. So guys, this is what we are having now, very awesome and very, very beautiful. So now after we have done with this, I just want us to add a typography like conference. So let us type something like conference in capital. So let's type something like conference. So we will select it and go to this panel. Then we will change the height of the text to 77. Then we can just change it to regular and reduce the size of the text to about something about 18. Very cool and amazing. Then we will just place it at the down of the Christ, very awesome and very beautiful. So I can go on and select the conference and give it a color like this or like this. So depending on how you like it, you can just change it, but I prefer this color, very awesome and very amazing. So let us do some adjustments over the top here, very awesome and very beautiful. So I just want to place the images very well, so I can select the images and push them a little bit downwards like this, so that we will have something like this, very beautiful and amazing. So we can go on and draw our box like this. So I just want us to draw a box like this, very nice and very, very amazing. So this is what I just wanted us to create on top of the flyer, very awesome and beautiful. So after we have done with this, we can select it and give it a color like this, very awesome. Then we will select the rectangle once again and duplicate it. Then we make sure that the duplicate one takes a color like this, very awesome and amazing. Then after we are done with this, we go to our selection tool and pick our rectangular selection tool. Then I just want us to make a selection on the rectangle, something like this. Then we will go and take our eraser, select the duplicate rectangle. Then I just want us to make some cleanings like this. I just want us to make something like this on the flyer. Very nice and awesome. So after we are done with this, we can hold on Ctrl+D to deselect it. Something like this, very amazing and very beautiful. So on this, I just want us to add a theme for the program. So let us type something like theme. So let's make sure that it is actually a capital letter. So we will just push the theme on it like this. Very awesome and amazing. Then we go on and add the theme of the flyer. So I just want to write that all may be saved. So I just want us to write something. So we will select it and make sure that it is actually a bold font. Then it is also a white color, something like this. Very awesome and very beautiful. So I just want us to resize it and put it on like this. Very nice and very amazing. So guys, this is how our flyer is looking now. Very amazing and very beautiful. So now let us make some rectangular box at the bottom of the flyer. So I just want us to make a rectangular box like this at the bottom of the flyer. Something like this is amazing and very beautiful. So I can just go to this color and reduce it to an extent like this. So I just pick a color like this. So a code of A70908. Very awesome and very amazing. So on this box, I just want to type something like venue. So I will select the venue and make sure that it is actually a regular font. So I will just reduce the size, then place it on the box like this. So after I'm done with this, I just want to pick my rectangular box again and draw a box around, just around the venue like this. But this time I will make sure that it is a black color, something like this, or a dark color. So I will just push the venue on top of it. So I just want to create an effect like this at the bottom of the flyer. So I can go on and take my rectangular or my text tool. So now I just want to bring in something like House of Glory Temple. So I just want to copy it and come to here, and I will just paste it here. So I will select it and make sure that it is actually a bold font, something like this. So I will just resize it like this. So I will just resize it like this, and then I'll just push it on top of the flyer. So this is what I just want to make. Very nice and very beautiful. So I just want to type another one. So this time I just want to bring in Bantsma Kumasi. So I can just Ctrl+C to copy it. So I will just come here and paste it here. But this time I just want to make this a regular font. So I will just reduce the size of it to some extent like this. Then I will just bring it down of the location. So now after we are done with this, I just want to add the date and the time to it. So first of all, let us type the dates of the program. So it is 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. something like this. So we will just select it and make sure that it is a bold font. Then we will reduce the size to extent like this, then we will bring it here. Very nice and very awesome. So we'll go on and also type the date. So I just want to type something like 4th July 23. Very nice and very awesome. So we can just reduce the size to an extent like this and just bring it at the down of the time. Very nice and beautiful. So I can just go on and just increase it a little bit like this. Then we will just bring it at the down of the flyer. Very nice and beautiful. So I just want to change the color of the time to something like this, so that we will have some differences or dynamisms in the time. So something like this. Very nice and very beautiful. So after we are done with this, I will just select my text tool and I just want to give the informations of the flyer. So I just want to type something like feather or for feather information, something like this. So I just want to reduce it to a size like this. Then I'll just bring it here. Very nice and awesome. Then I'll just give the telephone numbers to it. So I just want to type some random numbers. This is just for tutorial, so I can just type some random numbers to it. So I will just select it and make sure that I give it a space of 11. Very nice and beautiful. And now let us make sure that it is white, and let us decrease the size to a size like this and bring it just at the down of the feather for further information. Something like this is very cool and very awesome. So we can still go on and give it some spaces. So I can give it a space of 8, or let us make it 7. Very nice and very awesome. So now this is actually how our flyer is looking like. Very awesome and very amazing. So now after we are done with all these things, I just want to go in and bring another effect to it. So we'll go to our place link, and this time we are going to bring something like this, a flare like this. Then we will select it and change it to screen. So let us reduce the size to a size like this, so that we just want to have some effects like this just on the flyer. Very nice and very awesome. So this is the effect I just want us to bring in. So we can select it and just be cleaning just around the flyer. So very nice and very awesome. So now after we are done with this, it has left with the names of the ministers. So we can go on and be adding the names of the ministers. So first of all, I just want to type something like in capital. So let's type something like Nasei, something like this. So I'll just select it and make sure that it is a medium font and reduce the size to a size like this. So I will just bring it down here. Very nice and beautiful. And then I'll go on, I will just duplicate this text again. Then I will just bring it here. And this time I just want to type something like Willis Brown, something like this. Very awesome and very amazing. Then Ctrl+J to duplicate the text once again, then I'll bring the duplicate here. So let's type something like Junior. Very awesome and very amazing. So now this is how our flyer is looking like. Very awesome and very beautiful. So now I just want us to pull the information a little bit downwards so that everything will just look very cool and very amazing. So I just want to pull this information a little bit downwards like this. Very nice and beautiful, so that we have some spaces here. So I can go on and just do a little cleaning to this image, and I just want to bring the name of the minister here. So let's type something like host. So I just want to select the host and change the font to Better Saturday. Then I just want to reduce the size to extent like this. Then I'll just bring it on top of the name of the host minister. It has left for us to type the name of the church. So we can go on and select our text too, and I just want to type the name of the church. So I just want to change the font to Roboto, and let's give the name of the church. So I can go to my text here and pick the name of the church. So Ctrl+C to copy. So I just want to place it here. Very nice and awesome. So I will select it and make sure that it is a medium font, something like this. So now we can go on and resize the name of the ministry. Very nice and beautiful. So I just want to place it just on top like this, and after this let's type something like presence to it, so that we will just have a very nice and a very complete flyer. So I just want to resize to a size like this, then I just put it just under the name of the ministry. So now this is what we are having now, but I just want to add a little technicalities to it so that we will just have a very perfect match of our flyer. So now I just want us to scroll down our layers, then pick the first image that we imported into the Photoshop. Then I just want us to drag it and expand it like this. Very nice and awesome. So this is what I just wanted us to do. So after we are done with this, I just want us to also change the color of the text, so that I just want us to have a very powerful and a very dynamic flyer. So I will just select the text here, then I just change the color to a white color like this. Very nice and very awesome. So this is what actually I just wanted us to do. So this is how our flyer is looking like. Very awesome and very attractive. So now this is the end of the flyer. So I have left all the resources just below the description. You can go on and download the resources so that you can just practice along with the tutorial. So I just want to thank you for such amazing time, and I just want you to subscribe if you haven't subscribed, so that you'll be notified of several tutorials that I will be making concerning Photoshop tutorial. So thank you very much, and we are going to meet in another session of tutorial. Bye bye.